Hey guys, welcome back to our FCS Dynasty in NCAA Football 2006. Today we've got a full broadcast. We got the UC Davis Aggies traveling to take on the Northern Colorado Bears. And the Bears are 1-4, coming off a heartbreaking loss to Eastern Washington. Let's take a look at the rosters. This is the first time I've showed you guys. Smokey Callahan's the number one player on the Bears, 89 overall. Gavin Brady, he's suspended for 4 games. Darrell Stats, 82 overall. Now, even if most players had the same exact player builds, they're not necessarily going to have the same exact skills. Some of them have a little bit higher for one thing and a little bit lower for something else. So not every player has the same stuff. Nobody is the same in regards to all of the ratings. Caleb Chubb, 87 overall. He's the top player on the Aggies, and he is a beast at the defensive tackle spot. And the defensive line is really what is helping UC Davis destroy most of their opponents right now. A couple good halfbacks. Tyreek Taylor, Lito Lozano. Of course, we got Taylor playing some fullback. But it'll be interesting to see what the computer does with him, if they'll keep him at fullback or if they will have a 2 halfback system for this game. So that'll be fun to watch. But the Aggies, I expect the Aggies to win this game. I got them winning 31-14. I just think their defense is a little too powerful. And I don't know if Northern Colorado has enough firepower on offense to put up enough points to keep up with the Aggies. And Owen Black is getting suspended for 2 quarters for this game. And we will see that in a moment here. Jaquan Brown suspended 4 games. Can't wait to see what he did to deserve that. But he has a 76 overall. Let's see. Owen Black. He failed to turn in his progress report. Oh my goodness. And Jaquan Brown, they don't even really tell us what happened. But apparently it is bad. So, whatever you did, Jaquan, you better apologize. But I'm going to let you guys get the predictions from the guys. And I will see you guys down on the field. This video is going to be like an hour and 5 minutes long. And I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you in a minute.
Nessler joined by the coach, Lee Corso, and the quarterback, Kirk Herbstreit. The players will have to battle cold temperatures in the game tonight between the Aggies and the Bears. Halfway through the season, and the race in the PAC10 is heating up. And here come the Bears. The Aggies are very confident coming into this one. They are definitely the favorites in my book, Kirk.
The away team has a game-breaking player on defense, and he only gets better with every game. Tackles can't block, and the quarterbacks fear him. That alone will be a big factor in why I think they will win this game tonight.
Kirk, great minds think alike. I really believe that these guys are going to do it.
All right, guys, so it's a unanimous decision. Everybody thinks the Aggies are going to win this game, except for the Northern Colorado fans, of course. But I do have some faith in them. I know they're having a rough season, but they have showed a lot of spark and a lot of fight in some of these games. And I think that they'll turn this thing around and probably have a winning record on the season, or at least a 500 record. But the Aggies get on offense first. Sam Gatlin with a return up to the 25-yard line. And we get to see the backup quarterback for UC Davis. Owen Black is out for the first half because he failed to turn in his progress report, which is just ridiculous. The backup quarterback going to throw it on the first play and almost intercepted. Oh, that's not a good start for him. My goodness. He's trying to hit Sam Gatlin on the left side, and the cornerback just stepped right in front of it. If he had any hands, that was a pick 6. See if they go with the ground game here. Both of these teams came into the game with a top 10 rushing attack. UC Davis has the number 8 rushing attack, and this is why. Lito Lozano in the open field, and he finally gets tracked down by Cooper. This great blocking, springing him loose. But the Aggies came in with the 8th ranked rushing attack, and Northern Colorado actually has the number 1 rushing attack in the country. Stats has struggled to throw the football quite a bit, but they get it done on the ground. And UC Davis continuing to throw. They're trying to test number 10, and it's just not happening right now. Trying to find Sam Gatlin again. but he is getting shut down so far today. 2nd and 10 here in Greeley, Colorado. 58 degrees tonight. And Lozano up the gut. Nice hurdle. Picks up 9 yards. That's going to be a first down because of the face mask penalty. The Aggies came into the game 2-2 on the season. UNC is 1-4 and dead last in the PAC10. And the Aggies are basically in the middle of the pack, literally and figuratively. Quarterback under center. I don't even know this guy's name right now, but we'll see. Counter play. Lozano stuffed at the line of scrimmage. He got nothing on that one. Good stop for the Bears. It'll be interesting to see if the Bears can continue the ground success without me actually using the squad. See if they get both of their halfbacks involved. Both teams have 2 halfbacks. Another interesting fact is Sam Gatlin loses 3 or 4 yards on a screen pass to the left, and he has just got nothing so far. 3 targets to Sam Gatlin and -3 yards on 1 catch. And the other 2 passes should have been picked. Dropping back to throw it, and he's sacked way back in his own territory by Dargan, the defensive tackle. And the Bears get a stop on the first drive. The Aggies will have to punt the football away. Not a good start for the backup quarterback, Jefferson. We finally know his name. Normally I would have looked it up, but in this dynasty I really only care about the subscriber players. 4th and 19. Back to return, Darius Mitchell, star halfback, along with Eric Taveras. And that's just a fair catch, and they'll start their own drive from the 12-yard line. I think the Bears have so much rushing success because they have 3 subscriber offensive linemen, and they're just huge. They're just demolishing everybody. Stats going to go with the option first play. Out to Mitchell, or not Mitchell, Taveras. Breaks a tackle, breaks another one, and gets up to the 44-yard line. And that is a fantastic start for the Bears. Exactly what head coach Michael Tops wants. And just poor tackling and a great run from Eric Taveras to start things off. That was a 32-yard dash. Aggies coming out in the 3-4 defense. You can see Lito Lozano in there, number 7, playing some defense. Stats goes with the option pass, and that did not work at all. Tyreek Taylor in there playing some linebacker as well, and he comes away with the sack. I believe that's the first of his career. UC Davis, there's a look at their defensive stats. Number 9 defense in the country. Number 5 rushing defense. Number 23 passing defense. Darius Mitchell runs over a defender and picks up maybe 12 yards, close to the first down marker. And the Aggies are also 25th in the nation in turnover differential. And that is the key stat for any of these squads if they want to stick into these games and actually beat better opponents. Case in point, when you guys watched the Southern Utah versus Air Force game from a few weeks back, and that crazy win that I don't know how the Thunderbirds won that game, but I don't remember them turning the ball over in that game. Just controlled the clock and walked out of there with a win in the number 1 stadium in the nation. There's a nice stop right here for the Aggies defense, and the Bears deciding to punt the football away, playing conservative here. It's still early on in the game, but if I was usering with them right now, I probably would have went for it just because they're 1-4 on the season. And there's a nice punt down to the 10-yard line. If I was the Aggies, I would just continue to pound the rock right now. You got Lito Lozano back there who came into the game with 474 yards and 4 touchdowns, and that pass is awful. You can't keep throwing the football with this quarterback right now. He's just not very accurate at all. And Lozano also has 25 broken tackles coming into this game, which is obviously very impressive. Jefferson under center. Lozano in the backfield. They'll give it off to him, and he'll pick up 7. Nice run right up the gut. He's now over 500 yards on the season, which is good for number 2 in the conference. And the guy that has the most rushing yards in the conference is on the other squad, Darius Mitchell, who has 589 yards on the season with 6 touchdowns. He also has 1 punt return for a touchdown. Big play here, 3rd and 3. They're going to give it off to Lozano. He's got the first down and more in the open field and dragged down by Cooper. Bully Cooper, that is. The strong safety coming through with a tackle. Now Cooper has 30 tackles, 2 for loss, 8 pass deflections, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery on the season. He now has 31 tackles with that one. Oh, 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. They got a 2 tight end set right now, which is kind of surprising since they don't have any subscriber tight ends. And Lozano crushed in the backfield. He'll lose 2 yards this time. Manson coming through pretty much unblocked. Crowd going crazy right now. They're hanging tough here in Greeley. 2nd and 12, and they're going to come out with a 4 wide receiver set. Lozano in the backfield. And they're going to throw it with Jefferson. And look at that throw. Oh, my. They definitely need to just keep pounding the rock. You've got Lito Lozano. You've got Tyreek Taylor. And Taylor has over 100 yards on the year with 1 touchdown and 14 broken tackles in his limited carries. And on defense, he has 10 tackles, 2 for a loss. And you saw him get his first career sack earlier in the game. It's now 3rd and 12. They're going to have to throw it with Jefferson. And he throws it way out of bounds. That wasn't even close. And the Bears defense comes up again and gets a nice stop. Now the Aggies started that drive off fantastic with a run from Lito Lozano. And then they just started trying to throw the football, which they cannot do right now with Owen Black standing on the sideline. Aggies set to punt the football away. Back deep to return, Darius Mitchell. And that is a good punt. Wow. All the way to the 19-yard line. Mitchell right side and gets it all the way up to the 36-yard line, or 37, excuse me. Fantastic return from Mitchell. He's the only sophomore out of all of our subscriber players. Every single subscriber player is a freshman except for him. Tavares in the backfield. Stats under center. See Smokey Callahan at tight end. They gave him the impact player. And Stats gets back to the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure if that was a sack or not. And they will say that he gained 1 yard on the play. They keep trying the option pass, and I don't think that's a good idea against this stud defensive line. UC Davis, they have 3 defensive linemen that are subscriber players, and look at that, just gets blown up by Caleb Chubb. He is a monstrous man. He's got 7 tackles on the season, 4 for loss and 1 sack. Well, he now has 8 tackles and 5 for a loss with that one. And that wasn't even fair. That was too easy for him. As you can see, he also has the impact player icon underneath him now. Apparently it takes 6 weeks to get new impact players. Nice pass over the middle from Stats. That was a perfect route, perfect throw, great catch, and a huge chunk of yardage for the Bears and a first down. See if they can't go down and get some points on the board and take the lead here at home against a really formidable foe, the UC Davis Aggies. Ball at the 40-yard line. Stats going with the option, right side, pitches it out late, and Mitchell is going to lose a yard on the play, taken down by the cornerback. Elijah Christian put the hit on Stats. He came into the game with 14 tackles, 5 for a loss, and 1 sack. And I don't know if they'll get the snap off here, and they will. They will do the play, and Mitchell is going to lose a bunch of yards. Zachary Hyde on the tackle for a loss. That's his 4th tackle for a loss on the season and 13th tackle overall. He also has 1 sack. We're now in the second quarter here in Greeley, Colorado, as the Bears look for their 2nd win on the season. Aggies looking to take control of the Pac-10. 3rd and 12, Stats in the shotgun by himself. Going to throw it, obviously. Over the middle, and it's almost picked off. It is picked off. Oh, my goodness. What a play by Trey Henry III. That is his 5th interception on the season. He also has 8 tackles and 3 pass deflections, but he tipped that to himself. Maybe not a great decision from stats, but in a game like this, you got to try to take shots downfield, and he did there. But Trey Henry III definitely made him pay. He is a playmaker, folks. Jefferson audibling at the line for the Aggies. He's going to throw the football, or try to. Pressured, completes the pass out to the bottom of the screen for about a 3-yard pickup from Lee. And if you guys notice, there's a lot of players in this dynasty with the last name of Lee. There's only 2 of them that I know of, or 3 of them that I know of that are actually subscriber players. The rest of them were just named by the computer. Jefferson going to throw it again. I don't know if that was actually to the receiver Lee. It looked like it might have been to Lozano, but it was still completed somehow. But Jefferson looking very sporadic at the quarterback spot right now. 3 of 8, 6 yards. Impressive. Jefferson under center. They're going to continue to throw the football, and it's not working out for him. He gets crushed, and that pass is incomplete. 3 hurries and 1 sack by the Bears defense. And they only have 2 subscriber players on defense. That is the Cooper brothers, Deacon and Bully. Coming out in the I formation, 1 tight end. They're going to throw it again. And that is picked off. Cooper has it and pushed out of bounds. I don't know why they keep throwing it, but Bully Cooper comes away with his first career interception. And there was another pass that was deflected. He deflected it right to himself. And his brother out there throwing a block on Tyreek Taylor. The Bears coming out strong today. And again with a chance to take a lead here. Now in the second quarter, 5:13 to go in the first half. Pound the rock, UNC. Pound it. And they will. They go option play to the backup fullback. He fumbles the football, though. And that is recovered by UC Davis. That is so unfortunate for the Bears. Let's take a look at the replay here. Oh, my goodness. That was a monstrous hit from Zachary Hyde. That is his first career forced fumble. That was just insane. So the Bears throw away another drive, and the Aggies now have a shot at taking a lead here, getting on the board first. Let's see if they continue to try to throw the football, because it's been working out so well for them so far today. And Jefferson will throw it again. Taking a deep shot down the left side, and it's caught by Sam Gatlin. Wow, great catch in double coverage. Nice corner route. And Deacon Cooper had no idea where the football was, so that didn't help out the Bears at all. Great start to the drive. Jefferson finally completes a pass, and they're way in Bears territory at the 37-yard line. Not a whole lot of offense so far today. 84 for the Aggies, 64 for the Bears. And 0 points, of course. Here's Lozano stuffed at the line of scrimmage. He'll only get 1 yard. Actually, they give him credit for 2 yards. What do I know? I'm sure once halftime comes and Owen Black comes out for the Aggies, they will have so much more success on offense because he is one of the top dual-threat quarterbacks in the country. He has 12 total touchdowns on the season. And Jefferson's going to throw it again. Lozano has it, breaks a tackle. Past the 30 and down to the 25-yard line. Bully Cooper with the tackle and a great run after the catch. Lozano making his quarterback look good right there. That was a 12-yard pickup for Lido. Coming out in the I formation now. 2 wide receivers up to the top. And they're going to go play action. Jefferson rolling out. And he hits Tyreek Taylor, who picks up the first down all the way to the 13-yard line. I'm not sure if he even had 1 catch coming into today's game. But there's one right there. Jefferson starting to find a rhythm, maybe. Had a couple nice completions here on this drive, 3 to be exact. And the Aggies are number 1 in the country in red zone scoring at 100%. Tyreek Taylor left side in the open field, and he punches it in the end zone for the touchdown. And that is his second rushing touchdown on the season. That was a fullback counter. Obviously, he's a halfback, but, I mean, he's too good to not have on the field. And the Aggies just showcased that reason right there. 7-0 now. Well, 6 pending the extra point. Aggies on top here in Greeley, Colorado in a Pac-10 matchup. I did predict the Aggies to win this game, but I'm always rooting for the Bears because I know they have enough talent to win games. And last week against the #1 team in the Pac-10, they lost a heartbreaker. So that really gave me a lot of hope for them for the rest of the season. The only thing that's really going to hurt them is all of these subscriber games that I have no control over. But that's why it's interesting, guys. So far, we're 21 minutes into this game. I hope you guys are enjoying it. And I love doing the full broadcast because, you know, I just get to hear myself talk for an hour. And that's always exciting for me. Darius Mitchell back to return. And that is actually kneeled down in the end zone by Howard Bresnagale, the wide receiver who we have really yet to see do anything this season. He really doesn't have a whole lot of stats. And I didn't even write his name down on my sheet of stats because he doesn't have like enough to really even talk about. Stats going with a hard count right now. Option in the open field. He'll pick up the first down. Great run from Darrell. About a 13-yard carry, and that's Northern Colorado's third first down of the game as they look to get on the board for the first time in this game. They had a couple drives that started in great field position, and they just couldn't capitalize. The Stats came into the game with 503 passing yards and 6 total touchdowns. He also had over 100 rushing yards on the season, and he's going to have some more here. Another 14-yard carry this time for another first down. And there it is, 405 yards rushing on the season with 4 touchdowns. So he has 10 total touchdowns on the year and 907 total yards. That's pretty good for a quarterback. Not the best passing stats, but he is a dual threat, and that's what makes him dangerous. He's under center here, Smokey Callahan at tight end. And they're going to go with the fullback up the gut, and he's going to break a tackle, still going. That was a very impressive run from the backup fullback. Wow. See if they continue the ground success here, or if they will mess up the drive, trying to go through the air. And they will throw it, play action. Stats taking a deep shot to the sideline, and that was not even close. And to add insult to injury, there's a holding penalty that'll back them up to UC Davis 47-yard line. Michael Tops, head coach, a little upset right now with the referee, telling him how he's feeling. So 1st and 20 upcoming now. And you got to think they're going to throw it again. They should have just kept grounding and pounding. They were doing really good right there. A couple nice option plays. Fullback had a big run. And then they go to the air. And now they go right up the gut. And Eric Taveras goes absolutely nowhere. And he came into the game with 395 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns, and 12 broken tackles on the season. He's been a legit running back. And he could be a starter on any team in the nation. Of course, he is a starter here, as well as Darius Mitchell. This is a 2-back system here in Northern Colorado. And Stats tried to set up a screen to the left side, takes off to the right instead, and picks up a decent amount of yardage, which makes it 3rd and 13. So he got 7 yards on that, maybe 7 or 8. 3rd and 13. They're going to go to the air again here. Both teams have 3 timeouts left still, closing in on 2 minutes left here in the first half. Stats in the shotgun by himself, 5 wide receivers set. And takes a shot over the middle, wide open for the first down. And I believe that was Chip. Nope, that was Doherty. A 19-yard reception on 3rd and 13. Aggies defense falling asleep a little bit there, I think. So 1st and 10 now at the 21-yard line. The Bears having a great drive. 6-play, 59-yard drive, taking over 2 minutes off this clock. And they're going to keep with the option here, and Stats pitches it out, and Tavares will pick up 7 or 8 yards. That was a dangerous play. He pitched that at the last second. I believe that was Chubb that hit him. 2nd and 2 now. There's the red zone scoring, 71%. That is 91st in the country. That is no good. Stats hot routing a receiver perhaps. He's going to take off on the option and up to the 2-yard line. Another great run on this drive from Darrell Stats. That'll get the Bears up over the 100-yard mark rushing. First and goal from the 2-yard line. What will the Bears do? I hope they don't throw it. And if they do, it might as well just be a jump ball to Smokey Callahan. And they're going to go option here. Stats is going to walk in for the touchdown. That is his 5th rushing touchdown on the season. And with an extra point, this game's going to be all tied up, folks. We got a fight here in Greeley, Colorado. This is a great game so far. But I do think when Owen Black comes back in the second half that the Aggies will be much better on offense. Not for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. So we got a tie ball game, guys. 7-7. Still plenty of time left in this game. And there's not a lot of fans in the stands, I can tell you that much. My goodness. What is that, about 7 rows of fans here in Greeley. Barr on for the kickoff. Gatlin back deep to return. Usually it's Jaquan Brown back there returning, but obviously he's suspended for 4 games, so we won't see him for a while. And Gatlin up past the 20 and gets to the 24-yard line. And Jefferson and the offense come back on the field and see if they can score here with 1.5 minutes to go. I would start this drive off with a run with Lozano. If he gets maybe 10, 15 yards, then I would start throwing it. But that's usually my mindset in this situation. But they're going to throw it on the first play. Jefferson, and that's caught. What a hurdle by the tight end. And he picks up 9 yards. 4 consecutive completions now for Jefferson. And they did call a timeout. So it looks like they're going to try to get some points here before the half is over. Jefferson under center. They got a 2 tight end set. And that's actually Tyreek Taylor, the far side tight end right there. And they're going to throw it again. Jefferson hit as he throws it. And almost picked off. That was a dangerous throw. And I believe that was Deacon Cooper who had his hands on it. And that would have been his 2nd pick if he came down with it on the season. He came into the game with 22 tackles, 1 for a loss, 5 pass deflections, 1 pick, and a forced fumble. Cooper brothers definitely been the bright spot of the Bears defense because there's nobody else there. 3rd and 1, goal line formation. They're going to throw it anyway. Jefferson over to the right side, caught by the tight end in the open field, past the 40, the 30, the 25, tracked down by Bully Cooper. And they are going to get them for roughing the passer. And what an impressive run by the tight end, which is a non-subscriber player. And he was just rumbling, bumbling, stumbling all the way down. And now the Aggies have the ball at the 9-yard line. If not for Cooper, he would have scored on that. I really thought he was gone. 1 minute and 8 seconds left. 1 timeout left for the Aggies. They're going to pitch it out to Lozano, and he is taken down by the face mask. That's the 2nd one on this drive from Bully Cooper. That'll make it 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Michael Tops livid right now. Seems like every drive they're getting called for 1 or 2 penalties now. And the clock is still rolling. UC Davis, 1 timeout left. Crowd is going wild. Got 1 bar on the stadium pulse. Jefferson over the middle, deflected away. I think that was actually dropped by Gatlin. He's not happy with himself. That should have been a touchdown for him. And that would have been his 2nd on the season. He came into the game with 312 yards receiving and 1 touchdown. 2nd and goal from the 4. Stadium still trying their best to be as loud as they can. Goal line formation. Lozano on the counter, dragged down from Eric Taveras, and there is another flag. Taveras called for the face mask. That'll make it 2nd and goal from the 2 instead of 3rd and 7 from the 7-yard line. Tops having another conversation with the referee. Not sure if that's going to do you any good there, Michael. And they're going to go play action here. Jefferson in the back of the end zone, deflected away by Deacon Cooper. I don't know why they keep throwing the football. You've got Tyreek Taylor and you've got Lito Lozano. You need to pound the rock here because you're down to 1 receiver and a backup quarterback. 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. 36 seconds remaining. Tight end around, and he's going to walk in. That is Sam Gatlin's first career rushing touchdown. Oh, my goodness. I was not expecting that, and I did not expect him to be playing tight end. But that was an easy touchdown run for Sam Gatlin. And the Aggies now have a 13-7 lead here with 33 seconds remaining in Greeley, Colorado. It's been an exciting first half so far. Not a lot of points, but some really exciting plays. And the extra point is up, and it is good. Aggies take the 14-7 lead after a 74-yard drive that took less than 1 minute. Very impressive drive from the Aggies. Back deep to return, Howard Bresnagale and Darius Mitchell. And you got to expect the Bears to probably just run this clock out, depending on how far they return this kickoff for. And a nice kickoff all the way to the 2-yard line. Howard Bresnagale on the return, breaks a tackle, and tracked down at the 17-yard line. And I fully expect them to just run the football once or twice and go into the half. Stats under center. I formation. Taveras in at fullback right now. Mitchell behind him. And they're going to come out throwing the football. Stats taking a shot, and that is almost picked off. Oh my goodness. Just get out of here with a 7-point loss for the half. If you throw a pick six right now, this game is over. It's just too risky, and I would not do that. Smokey Callahan is on fire right now. They're going to go option play, though. Stats can't pitch it out. He's tracked down at the 19-yard line, and they really need to just let this clock run out. 3rd and 8. 10 seconds left. Stats under center. Caleb Chubb is now on fire, so you got to be careful. Don't snap this ball. And they won't. Well, that's a smart call right there from Stats to just try to draw them off sides. 14-7 is the score at the half as the Aggies look for their 3rd win on the season. Bears looking for their 2nd. They are 1-4 on the year. And the Bears start off on offense here in the 2nd half. See if they'll get Darius Mitchell a little more involved. We haven't really seen him a whole lot today. We've seen Eric Taveras get some nice runs. We've seen Stats get some nice runs in there. And the backup fullback had a nice run right up the gut. And here is Howard Bresnagale on the return, up past the 25, the 30 to the 31-yard line. Sam Gatlin making a tackle on special teams now. What will the Bears do to start this half? Pretty close stats in the first half. 181 yards for UC Davis and 150 plus for Northern Colorado. And Stats going to go over the middle. Smokey Callahan, nice 6-yard pickup. And that's a good start to the drive. Nothing too crazy. Just a simple pass to the tight end. And Callahan really hasn't done a whole lot this season either. So I'm not sure how he got the impact player icon. but he didn't have enough stats for me to write him down this season yet. And here's Tavares right up the middle, breaking a tackle. And they need to do more of that. Tavares with 54 yards on 4 carries right now. Fantastic numbers. That gives him 450 yards on the season. They're going to come out in the I formation. Mitchell behind Tavares. Tavares behind Stats. And they're going to go option again. Stats pitches it out to Mitchell. He's got speed, but he gets destroyed. Oh, my goodness. And he is 8th in the country for rushing yards. He also has 562 return yards. That's good for over 1,100 total yards on the season. If his team was doing better, you might see him in the Heisman conversation. But his team is not performing very well. I formation again, 2nd and 2. Option. Stats pitches it out to Mitchell again and runs through the defender. Picks up the first down up to the 31-yard line. This is a great start for the Bears to start off the second half. But if they want to actually have a chance at winning this game, they need to punch it into the end zone right now. Because Owen Black is coming back for the Aggies. So I expect that offense to start clicking a little more. Stats under center. Callahan on fire again. They're going to go with Mitchell up the middle. And Caleb Chubb denied that play from the start. Only a gain of 1 yard. So it'll be 2nd and 9 coming up from the 30-yard line of UC Davis. Offensive line is getting bullied right now, which is very surprising to me. They have 3 offensive linemen that are subscriber players. And Mitchell fumbles the football. I'm not sure who forced that. That was Caleb Chubb forcing the fumble. That is his first career forced fumble. My goodness, what a hit. Luckily for Northern Colorado, it was recovered by the offensive lineman. Very close call right there. Mitchell has fumbled the ball a couple times this season. And that was just a monstrous hit by a monstrous man. Because Caleb Chubb is 6'3", 375 pounds. If he hits you, you're going to feel it. Stats going to go to the air. He is sacked, and that was Andrew Jackson. And he was the spotlight player of the game before this game by the other commentators. And that was a nice play. Just blowing right by the right tackle, which is Will Jefferson. That is his 2nd sack allowed on the season. And that was 4th sack on the year for Andrew Jackson. This defensive line is just so nasty. So the Bears are going to punt the football away from the 34-yard line. I would just go for it here. What are they thinking? And that goes into the end zone. That was a 14-yard punt. That was a complete waste of a drive from the Bears. That's a head-scratcher. And Owen Black is now taking the field, folks. He's got 840 passing yards on the season with 6 touchdowns, but he has 7 interceptions. He also has 332 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns. And he's going to hand it off to Lozano here, who pitches it out to Tyreek Taylor, runs over a defender, and he'll pick up 5 yards. Very exciting 5-yard run, I might add. And they actually give him credit for 6 yards. Black under center, 2 tight ends set. Tyreek Taylor, the closest tight end to the screen. And Black's going to throw it. Screen pass, and that picks up maybe a yard. Just trying to start him out with something easy for his first pass of the day. Crowd getting into it here on 3rd down. 3 for 5 today on 3rd down conversions, the Aggies are. Tyreek Taylor behind Black. They're going to go option play. Pitched out to Lozano in the open field past the 40. And Bully Cooper tracks him down at the 47-yard line. Lozano now up to 71 yards on 10 carries. Black out there throwing a block, and that probably got Lozano maybe 7 or 8 extra yards. Aggies making this drive look easy right now. Black coming out under center again. Both halfbacks in the backfield. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the third. Black's going to option out right side. Lozano has it in the open field again, all the way up to the 40-yard line of Northern Colorado. Another great run. That was a 13-yard pickup. You can already see a difference in the offense for the Aggies with Owen Black on the field. He is just such a great athlete. You have to account for his legs just as much as you do for his arm. Lozano in the backfield by himself. Black under center. 4 wide receivers. They're going to hand it off to Lozano. He gets into the secondary again and picks up 12 yards. Averaging 8 yards per carry today against this Bear defense, which consists of 2 subscriber players. They're both playing safety. So that front 7 getting pushed around right now. It's very interesting because the Aggies don't have any offensive linemen on their roster as it comes to subscriber players. And the Bears don't have any defensive linemen. And here's a pass out to Tyreek Taylor. Breaks a tackle. He's going to pick up 17 yards. Just a simple dump-off pass. Wow. They're just making this drive look way too easy. 6 plays, 69 yards, over 2 minutes off the clock. We're already at less than a minute to go here in the third quarter. And Black going to go play action. He's going to throw it out. Wide open was Tyreek Taylor. He never turned his head. That should have been Owen Black's 7th touchdown pass on the season. But Tyreek Taylor never even turned around to look for that football. He was wide open for the touchdown. High formation now for the Aggies. Gatlin, the receiver, at the bottom of the screen. Black going with a hard count right now. Hands it off to Lozano, who breaks a tackle and picks up 5 yards somehow. He's just absolutely bottled up in the backfield and still gains yards out of it. It's crazy. He's got great vision, great quickness and agility, and he's one of my favorite halfbacks in the nation right now. Aggies 4 of 6 on third downs. It's 3rd and 6 though. Less than 30 seconds remain in the third quarter. Black is going to throw the football. He's going to take off left side and breaks a tackle, and he's in for the touchdown. That is his 7th rushing touchdown on the season, and he made that one look way too easy. Just broke a tackle. Didn't even need a block from Tyreek Taylor. Just goes into the end zone. So easy. And that's going to give the Aggies a 20-7 lead. With an extra point, it will be 21-7. Aggies starting to pull away here in Greeley. The extra point is up, and it is good. So it is 21-7 after a 9-play, 80-yard drive that took almost 3 minutes off the clock for the Aggies. And UC Davis looking pretty dominant here to start this half. And I expected that completely with the comeback from Owen Black. Now I'm actually seeing all of these plays for the first time, just like you guys are. I record this game, or the subscriber games. I'm going to record all of them while I'm not even in the room. So that'll be interesting. Instead of me watching it and then watching it again and doing commentary, that's usually how I'm going to do it. Although I might do some live comms as it's being recorded, but it's just really hard for me to do that when I have dropped frames every once in a while, and it's just really irritating to me. So I might just record them and then do the commentary like this for now. But the Bears back on offense. Can they get past the 34-yard line and get some points? Probably not, because Darius Mitchell was just destroyed in the backfield for a loss. And that play was blown up from the start. This front 7 of UC Davis is outstanding. When you have 3 defensive linemen and 2 linebackers that are subscriber players, you're going to cause problems for the opposing teams. And here's Mitchell on the option, and he gets absolutely destroyed by the star cornerback, and that is recovered by the defense. And that is not a good sign for the Bears as Mitchell fumbles it for the 2nd time today. What a hit. My goodness. I don't even know if he even saw the defender until he was in his face. That's going to end the third quarter, though, folks. 21-7. Aggies taking full control of the game right now. With another score right here, they will have a 3-score lead. At the 28-yard line, Owen Black audibling. And they're going to hand it off right up the middle, and Lozano's going to pick up 6 yards. They just make it look so easy. You can hear the crowd starting to die down a little bit. And you got to think with another score here that people will start filing out. Black, play action. Taking a shot down the bottom of the screen, and that is Bell, the tight end, who had that huge reception earlier today. He's got 74 yards on 3 catches, and it is now 1st and goal for UC Davis. I think the only name I haven't called for UC Davis so far today is Elijah Christian. And maybe DeMarcus Webb. I haven't seen him yet. Owen Black going to throw it again, setting up the screen. And they're going to get it up to the 2-yard line. Nice 6-yard pickup for Lee, who was the number 2 wide receiver on the roster because of the suspension to Jaquan Brown. Goal line formation. Expect a fullback dive here. Or a halfback toss, maybe where Sam Gallen just went in motion. Black hands it off to Lozano. He's going to walk into the end zone on the opposite side of the motion, man. 2-yard touchdown run, and it is going to be 28-7 with the extra point. The offensive line is just demolishing the front 7 of Northern Colorado, which again is very surprising since the Aggies have 0 subscriber offensive linemen on the roster. And the extra point is up, and it is good, so it is 28-7. Aggies on top of the Northern Colorado Bears. If you guys haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button. And leave some comments down in the comment section below. Let me know how you guys like the full broadcast games. And let me know how you're liking the rest of the season as well. We've had a lot of great games, a lot of high-scoring action in this dynasty, and I personally am loving it. Now, if you like low-scoring games or just a game where one team gets dominated, go back and watch San Diego versus Eastern Washington. But I have a feeling that these scores will actually die down in the years to come because the defenses are so bad right now for pretty much every FCS school in this dynasty. That's why all of these high-scoring games are happening, because there's not a lot of talent on defense. So with all the recruiting that's going to be happening for this year and next year and the years to come, the defenses will get better and less points will be scored. So if you like a little more realistic football, just stay tuned because it will happen. And there's a nice catch out to Eric Taveras. Anthony Turner injures his elbow on the play. Now, if you guys notice, we didn't really see any injuries until about, I think, right at the end of week 5. And I've had injuries on this entire series. So, everybody was just getting very lucky. Now, we did see Chris Major get injured last game. That was the only subscriber player that's been injured so far. He did return, though. And that was the safety for South Dakota State. Stats hands it off to Mitchell, tracked down, but that is going to be a face mask and a first down. I believe that was Andrew Jackson. No, that was Wesley on the face mask. That's the first time we've seen Ken O'Brien today, the head coach for the Aggies. He's not happy at all right now with that call. I like how he waits until his team's up by 3 touchdowns to complain about anything. Stats under center, and they're going to continue the ground game. They should have just been doing this all game. Taveras going to pick up 5 yards, maybe 5 yards. And they only gave him credit for 4. 2nd and 6 from the 39-yard line. 5 wide receivers set right now. We have yet to see Stats really target Smokey Callahan. He has 1 catch today for 6 yards. And he will throw it here over the middle, and that's caught by Tavares, but he's only going to pick up a couple yards. So that'll make it 3rd and 3. And the Bears not really moving with any sense of urgency, down by 3 scores. Anthony Turner will return. Well, actually, he might not return. Elbow bursitis, out for 1 quarter. And if I was the Aggies, I would just keep him out for the rest of the game. Stats, right side. Smokey Callahan finally making an appearance. Nice stiff arm. Breaks the tackle. Inside the 20, the 10. High stepping into the end zone. What a play from Smokey Callahan. My goodness. So many defenders right there. Tyreek Taylor and Trey Henry III, the subscriber players, just get run over. And that was a vicious stiff arm from Smokey Callahan. Wow, 58-yard touchdown pass from Darrell Stats. That's his 8th total touchdown on the season. That was a very impressive run after the catch. I give it a 9 out of 10. Kick is up and good. It's 28-14. Maybe the Bears still have a shot, guys. Stick around. There's still plenty of game left. 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Anything can happen here on this channel. You've seen it before. If not, go back and watch other games. Don't make me tell you again. Just do it. Ball on for the kickoff. Looks like they're just going to kick it deep here. They have 3 timeouts left. They're not in panic mode. They've got plenty of time. They just need a quick stop here from the defense. So they need the Cooper twin brothers to step it up a little. They actually do go for the onside kick. And it's recovered by UC Davis and returned. Oh my goodness. And there's clipping, so that'll help out the Bears' cause a little bit. And back up the Aggies to their own 34-yard line. Alvarez, the outside linebacker, on the clip. And the Bears need to get a 3-and-out right here if they want any shot at a victory. Black under center. He's going to hand to Lozano. And Lozano breaks the tackle, pitches it out to Tyreek Taylor. Past the 30-yard line, and Taylor is to the house. And that is it, folks. That's the game. Oh, my goodness. 66-yard touchdown run from Tyreek Taylor. His 2nd touchdown of the game. He had one earlier on a fullback counter, and Lozano could have kept that himself and scored. He just stiff-armed Bully Cooper into the next millennium. Impressive run. And that's going to put up 35 points on the board for the Aggies, so they have a 3-score lead yet again. And I do think it's a little too late for the Bears now. That is the complete opposite of what they needed to happen. And the extra point is up, and it is good. 35-14 here in Greeley. Now hopefully the Bears don't come out and turn the ball over instantly. Still plenty to play for. Get your offense out there, sustain a nice drive, get some big plays, something, anything positive that you could take out of it. You have to get out there and let your offense get some work. And again, there's still 3 minutes to go, so it's not like, there's just 10 seconds left and the game's over, but they needed that stop and they didn't get it. And the Bears will start this drive from their own 21-yard line with 3 timeouts left. And this offensive line has not done very well today. Will Jefferson came into the game with 26 pancakes. Mike Heath had 22, and Sebastian Hernandez had 19. And Hernandez has yet to allow a sack on the season, and he also has a forced fumble. I don't know if you guys remember that, but it was awesome. Go back and watch. I can't remember what game it was. Well, 2nd and 10. After an incomplete pass, you can hear the crowd. They are not happy right now. Their team is about to drop to 1-5 on the season. They are dead last here in the PAC10. Stats rolling out, taking a shot over the middle, and he had a little too much hot sauce on that throw. And the crowd's letting them hear it again. 3rd and 10 upcoming. They're 50% today, 3 of 6. The crowd is still booing. They are very disappointed in this season right now. And Stats deflected away. 3 incomplete passes in a row. The Bears are probably going to punt the football away here. Oh, it looks like they're going to go for it. 4th and 10 from their own 21-yard line. The Bears have their offense on the field, but Caleb Chubb is on fire. And the right guard is not a subscriber player, so Caleb Chubb blows right by him. Stats, deep shot, and almost caught. And Smokey Callahan drops it. So the Aggies now have the ball at the Bears' 21-yard line after 4 straight incomplete passes from Darrell Stats. This game is about to get ugly. But it was actually a pretty well-fought game by both teams. Lozano up the middle. He'll pick up 3 yards as he followed Tyreek Taylor. 2nd and 7 from the 18-yard line. They're 4 for 4 in the red zone today. All touchdowns, of course. The only time they scored without touching the red zone was last drive when Tyreek Taylor just exploded for that long touchdown run. And they're trying to run as much clock off as they can. We are now down to the 2-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. Lozano in the backfield. He's going to follow Taylor, and Lozano is loose and to the 2-yard line. Nice hit by Bully Cooper. But Lozano up to 126 yards for the day. Tyreek Taylor, 3 carries, 85 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That is impressive. Almost 400 yards of offense for UC Davis. And they're in the goal line formation right now. 1.5 minutes remaining in the game. And the Bears only have 1 safety on the field. Tyreek Taylor gets it up to the 1-yard line. He almost had his 3rd touchdown run of the game. So we have a 2nd and goal coming up from the 1-yard line. I would just go with a quarterback sneak. Or a fullback dive right here. That'd be nice too. Tyreek Taylor in at fullback. They have the backup halfback in, so Lozano taking a breather. A minute to go here in the game. And Black's going to throw it. He's picked off in the end zone. I didn't see that coming at all. My goodness. Why would you throw it? Come on, Seattle Seahawks. Come on. Picked off by a non-subscriber linebacker. That was just not a good throw. He needed a lot more air under that. Bell was wide open in the back. So the Bears have it from their own 1-yard line. 1st and 10 in very dangerous territory. Players of the game, Darrell Stats and Tyreek Taylor. Stats with 121 passing yards. Taylor with 87 rushing and 2 touchdowns. Stats going to throw it from his own end zone. He's got Tavares, and he gets it up to the 6-yard line away from the end zone. And that gives him a little bit of breathing room. So the #1 rushing attack in the country pretty much got stopped today. And Stats hit as he throws it, and it's completed. And he's going to go all the way to the 41-yard line. Howard Bresnagale. Wow, finally making an appearance. Hasn't done anything at all today, but that was a great job by him to come back to his quarterback. And a great run after the catch. One of the best plays of the day for the Bears. Stats, 8 of 14, 160 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. He also has a touchdown run. Smokey Callahan and Caleb Chubb both on fire right now. Stats going to throw it. Chubb goes unblocked, and that is caught by Smokey Callahan, who breaks a tackle, and he'll pick up 6 yards. And they're going to go no huddle here finally. And there's a flag for an encroachment. I believe it was Caleb Chubb. He made contact with the center, Sebastian Hernandez. Ken O'Brien making a second appearance. He's upset with that call. possibly didn't let his defensive lineman get enough time to actually get back behind the line of scrimmage. Pro formation. Stats is under center, going to throw it. And that was almost picked off by Lito Lozano. That was intended for Howard Bresnicale. Lozano out there playing some linebacker. Four wide receiver set, excuse me. Looks like Tavares. No, it's Mitchell in the backfield. Stats going to throw it deep. Wide open, and it is dropped by Doherty. Oh my goodness. Stats getting no help from his non-subscriber wide receivers today. Bears 3 of 7 on third downs. Aggies 5 of 7 today. And they're in the shotgun formation here again. Play action. Stats taking another deep shot downfield, and it is picked off. Safety comes down with it. And it looks like he just ran the route for the corner, or the wide receiver. That was Alvarez on the pick. Bears only got one timeout left. Aggies coming out in victory formation. And they're going to come away with a PAC10 victory here against the Northern Colorado Bears. And you could definitely see a big difference in the offense once Owen Black hit the field in the second half. I don't know why they were trying to throw the football so much in the first half with a backup quarterback who is not that talented. And they only have one wide receiver. Well, that is going to be it, guys. Aggies win this game 35-14 over the Northern Colorado Bears, and the Aggies are now 3-2 on the year. The Bears drop to 1-5, and if they want a bowl game, or at least just a 500 season, they need to win out the rest of their games except for one. They can only afford to lose one more game this year. And I believe they have 2 more games against subscriber teams. So they need to win one of them. Both teams over 300 yards today. Aggies had over 200 rushing, but the Bears had 4 turnovers. Aggies were picked off twice. Tyreek Taylor had a couple touchdown runs today. Stats had a touchdown pass, 2 picks, sacked twice, and he had a touchdown run. The ground game, they didn't really run the ball a whole lot. The Aggies had the ball the majority of the game. They run the clock out. And the Bears didn't really get a chance to get that ground game, exploding like it always is. But everybody had a pretty good yards per carry average. They just needed the ball more. Well, the Cooper brothers did pretty good on defense today. Boley got his first career interception. But they both actually got run over a couple times as well. Boley with 2 deflections, Deacon with 1. No field goals today. Nothing too interesting on kick returns. Only 1 punt return today. That was Darius Mitchell for 15 yards. So he didn't really do a whole lot at all today. He only got the ball a handful of times. Jefferson, 44 completion percentage. Not very good. Lozano with a $126, 1 touchdown. Taylor with a touchdown, or 2 touchdowns. Black with 1. And Sam Gatlin with 1, his first of his career. Nothing really impressive for receiving stats except for Bell, the tight end. He had that crazy 51-yard reception that he almost took all the way. Gatlin with 2 drops today. Again, I hope you guys enjoy this full broadcast. My jaw feels like it's about to fall off from all the talking that I've done, but it's worth it. Lots of tackles for a loss today for the Aggies. Couple sacks. Andrew Jackson and Tyreek Taylor got his first career sack. Big forced fumble today from Caleb Chubb on just a monstrous hit. Zachary Hyde also had his first career forced fumble as well. Nothing special on returns today. No punt returns for the Aggies. The Bears did not allow them to return any punts. Players of the game: Tyree Taylor, Lito Lozano, Zachary Hyde, Darrell Stats, Smokey Callahan, blah, blah, blah. Our next Northern Colorado game, they will be traveling to take on the Idaho State Bengals. And the Bears actually do have 2 more subscriber games, so that's going to be rough. The Aggies' next game, if I could find it, there we go. They're hosting the Portland State Vikings. That'll be a Week 7 matchup. And tomorrow, we'll see the Cal Poly Mustangs take on the Idaho State Bengals. That'll be a fun one. I will see you guys with that one tomorrow. I'm hoping around 3 o'clock. So, I hope to see you guys there. Take it easy, guys.